Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, The Lens India Professional Photography. Uh, in our last video, we have seen how to control our exposure in manual mode, and I'm going to demonstrate you the same thing by using the camera. And now whatever the screen you are seeing the viewfinder of my camera. So now I am shooting in the manual mode, and the information what you are seeing at the bottom of the screen is the battery information. The next symbol is for the metering mode. If you remember that we have set our metering mode to evaluative metering or the matrix metering. After that, the value what is shown is the shutter speed, that is it is indicated that 1/6th of the second. Then the value indicated next after that is the f4, that is the aperture value, and after that it is the ISO 100. So if you remember that we have said that we will shoot all the pictures at ISO 100 so that we get the optimum quality of our image. And on the vertical side, you will see there is a exposure scale, right from plus 0 to minus, right? And in majority of the cameras, you will see that exposure scale is horizontally placed at the bottom of the viewfinder, maybe somewhere between the aperture value and the ISO value. So of course, this will change based on the model to model or make to make, but of course the thought process remains the same. So quickly I will demonstrate you how to control the exposure. Right now we have set the exposure to 1/6 and the aperture is at f4. So if you remember that in our earlier video, we have seen that when we are shooting any object, we have two situations. One is the object is moving or the object is steady. Particularly in this situation, our object is steady. So if we go by the theory what we have seen earlier, so the priority will be given to the aperture first. That means whether we want a good depth of field or whether we want a shallow depth of field. So let's try to see what exactly happens at the different level of apertures. Of course, the depth of field is something which is not only related to the aperture, but for learning purpose, where we are studying the basic photography, let's only focus on the aperture parameter right now for the depth of field. Okay, and where our main focus remains as how to control the exposure. So first, let's assume that because the object is steady, I want to shoot the image on f11. So let's set the aperture to f11. So I'm moving my aperture, and the more I'm moving the aperture to the higher value, the opening is becoming small, and you can see the screen is becoming darker, right? So now we have set f11. So if you see here, you can see the screen has become darker. Now what do we do? So should we again go back to f4? No. Now so how to regain that exposure? So to regain that exposure, now the other parameter what is remaining with us is the shutter speed, right? So let's try to change the shutter speed and try to adjust the exposure and bring back the scale to 0. So I'll decrease the shutter speed, and you can see that slowly the shutter speed is reducing, and again the scale is also moving to 0. Okay, now we have set the exposure. Now if you see, now our shutter speed is 1.3 seconds and our aperture is f11. So let's take a shot. Right? So this is the shot what we have taken. Now if we want to have a less depth of field, so again let's go back to our original aperture, that is f4. So I'll reduce the aperture. So now if you see, when I'm reducing the aperture, now the scale has moved to the plus side. I have not touched to the shutter speed as of now. And if you see, the picture is totally becoming white, that is the blown out. So again I have to bring back this to 0 because now we have decided to shoot the image at f4. So what do we do? Again, same way, we need to set the shutter speed to achieve the exposure. So I am increasing the shutter speed and bringing the scale back to 0. So now again you will see that we are to the original position of f1.1/6, shutter speed to 1/6 and aperture to f4, right? So again let's take a picture. Right, now if you see, let's try to compare the picture, earlier picture So this is the picture what we have taken just now, and this is the earlier picture. You see wherever we have focused, the flowers are tack sharp, and even the flowers which are at the back, they are very sharp. Right, now let's see with the picture what we have shot with f4. So you can see the flowers in the foreground are pretty sharp, and the flowers at the background have become blur, so they are out of focus. So this is how in this picture the depth of field has reduced with respect to the photo which we have captured with f11. Right, can you feel the difference? So this is how the aperture plays a very important role in controlling the depth of field. Of course, this is one of the factor what is responsible to control the depth of field. There are other factors, but for the basic photography purpose, we can just safely assume that the aperture can also be used for controlling the depth of field. Right, so hope you have understood how to control the exposure in the manual mode. So now, since we are shooting in the studio environment, so I have a limitation to showcase how we control the shutter speed and then set the aperture, but the same process is followed when the object is moving. We set the shutter speed first and then control the exposure by adjusting the aperture, right? So now one thing what I would like to highlight here is that now if you see the shutter speed what we have shot, so in this image we had a shutter speed of 1.3 seconds, and in the next image our shutter speed was 1/6, right? So both the shutter speed are very slow, and this cannot be done by holding your camera in your hand. So you need to have a very firm, strong base to control the exposure. Otherwise, what happens is that if you hold your camera in hand with the lower shutter speeds and try to capture the picture will become blur because there is a shake which is happening when you are clicking the picture. So always use tripod or firm base when you are shooting any picture where the shutter speed goes below 1/60. So that is one of the caution point what we should remember always. So that's all for today. Thank you so much. And if you feel that you have learned something in this video, please do hit a like. Please share this video to your friends. I request you to subscribe my channel if you have not subscribed. Thank you so much. See you soon with the upcoming topics.